Um, in previous videos, I was talking about this thing I call the wakeful world, the physical world. That's an important concept in metadimensional in my book. Now, but what is it? I mean, it's clearly not the physical world as you expect it to be, like a world that exists outside and is like that independent of whether you perceive it or not, an objective truth. It's not that. I mean, obviously. So what is it? So now like in the case of superposition, there's a collapse of the superposition state into one state. Well, if you know about superposition. Anyway, when you make a decision and someone else makes a decision, eventually one decision gets made. And the construct that makes it so that only one decision gets made, that's the wakeful union. But what makes it possible? Experience, let's say experience is fundamental. Nothing produces experience, so what produces this wakeful union? What makes different accounts of reality reconcile? Well, basically, it's not. I'm not going to go. I don't really know what makes it reconcile, but I can guess. It's like, think about it. If you have, let's say you hold a rope in both your hands, and it's a very long rope, and you know that whatever happens to that rope, there cannot be a real knot on it, because that cannot be untangled, because you hold both ends of the rope, so there cannot be a real splinter there. But the splinters will get created, and that's just the fact of life. It's long enough. So that's basically the case with the wakeful union. It's a splinter between experiential agents that makes it seem as if experience has no agency, while in fact it's just a mess, that interconnective mess. And that's all there is. That's the wakeful union. That's the natural world. That's what what you usually would call objective. It's just a splinter in the perception of everyone, something like that. It feels objective because no one knows how to untangle it, or tries to, and maybe capable of, because so much of what is, like, you take for more than for granted, like the basic components of your everyday life are all constructed of this splinter, but it is still not objective, not necessary, and can change. So a wakeful union, it's not like there's one wakeful union. There can be many wakeful unions. And once you detach from your current bodily context, whether in a dream or beyond, then you start again. Like, you get a different, you can get into a different splinter. So that's basically the idea. Of course, I'm aware that this is not really helping if you are hearing about this concept now without any background. But the bottom line would be to understand that the wakeful union is the union of all experiential agents that interact with each other in what you previously associated with the natural world, and is governed by reconciliation of conditions, which you of condition and injunctions that you associate with the laws of nature.